Running backs in Whitehaven. It's like a match made in heaven. Every single year, it's like y'all get a great or an exceptional running back. How do you guys continue to produce running backs?
Hey, God is good. God is good. Now it takes, again, it's coaching that goes into there, but again, a lot of it is just God's gift, man. We got some guys, like even before I played, man, we got Michael Jackson and Fred Norfleet, those old head guys in the early 80s. And man, there's so many guys that have been that guy. Again, I've been blessed. I played with Curtis Alexander, and Fred Johnson, and Curtis Alexander that played at Alabama. So that was my teammate. So it's just continued over the whole history of our program. Some guys you know, some guys you don't know. When I walked into coaching, Eugene, we called them the Four Horsemen. Eugene Cozart, the Four Horsemen was different. That was Brody Clayton, Dominique Thompson, Corby Stokes, and Alandis Rogers. We had 4 tailbacks, all of them were good. And they were rolling. Then there's so many of them that I get it mixed up. You had Eugene Cozart and Marcus Cole that were together. We called them Thunder and Lightning. So it's just been a blessing. And then obviously, man, you can't have a running back conversation not talking about Mark Dodson.
Exactly.
So his number would always be hung up on the wall there. And we got his nephew on the team now, Caden Buford. There's a 9th grade this year. So again, it's just in the blood.
Yes,
so Kylan Watkins also helped us to the state championship, played at the University of Memphis. And Chris Vitale, he did his thing. He had 1,000 yards as a sophomore, had 1,600 yards this year. And told him we got 2 G's to get next year, man. We got to go get it. So just a blessing. And again, he's a national hurdle winner. So he's got so much talent. He ran 14 flat in the 110 hurdles. So that's another thing that we also got to do for our kids. We need to get them doing other stuff too.
Exactly.
If they can run, they need to be running track. If they can play basketball, play basketball. If they can play baseball, play baseball. Multi-sport athletes become more well-rounded, and it just helps them with the exposure and actually gets their athletic ability just to increase even more.
Yes, sir. So how was it like coaching Mark? Mark Dodson.
Hey, it made your life easy now. It is. So again, the blessing is when you have talented guys. But Mark was blessed to be in a special group of kids. I believe on that team we had 8 Division I players on that team that won a state championship. So he was surrounded by some guys that could play. But he was special. Again, to play in the state championship and score every touchdown. We won.
It was special.
Yeah, so that was special. He's a special kid, but the thing that's so people don't know about Mark is he would be the first one to practice, and he'd be the last one to leave. He's there holding his kid. He's sitting there watching guys, making sure you're on time, all those kind of things. So he held his teammates accountable, and that why they can trust him. They're like, hey,
exactly.
if the best player is also the hardest worker and gonna hold accountable, what other excuse do we have? We got to make sure we're holding us accountable. And again, he was blessed with a great group. And a lot of those guys are coaching right now. It's crazy part, is it? Justin Hunt is coaching with Derek Bobo. Gerald Perry's in Nashville coaching. Darius Sim works in Middle Tennessee. So all these guys, I need to get Pat Smith into coaching, man. Pat is in Nashville.
Which one of them was went to Vanderbilt?
Darius Sims and Gerald Perry both went to Vandy. They went everywhere. That whole crew, man. Justin went to Marshall. We had those guys that went to Tennessee State. So it was
8 Division I.
8 Division I guys on one team, man. It's special. Yeah, it's a special group. You're gonna have somebody arguing now. They're gonna say, hey, they're not the best class, because I got a couple other guys. They have some good arguments about who had the best class.